Hey guys, welcome back to Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, we finally got a nice, sort of cool day today. So we're gonna be out here on the old Weber grill and we're gonna be doing the old fashioned beer can chicken with a little twist. So don't go nowhere. Okay guys, here we have a fryer that we're gonna go ahead and use the beer can method on. But today we're gonna do it with a little twist, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be using some Blue Moon as far as our beer to go inside of the container that sits inside of the chicken on the smoker, whereas it can evaporate and add moisture and taste and all those type of things to the chicken. We're gonna be using this chicken roaster here that I got from Grill Zone off of Amazon. One of my concerns about the other beer can methods is that I've cooked beer can chicken before a lot of times, and sometimes you take that can out of the chicken and the artwork and the paint that's on the can has disappeared. And I've always been leery whether or not that paint went into the chicken or that paint just disappeared because of the smoke. So we bought this porcelain coated cooker here. We're gonna try this out today. As you can see, it doesn't come apart. It's pretty solid. It's got a deep well to put as much liquid in as you would like. And this we're gonna be using today, okay? Now, the twist to all this is we're gonna be injecting our chicken today with some Crown Royal maple liquor, okay? Now, I'm a Crown Royal fan. I love the apple, I love the black, I love the regular Crown Royal. This Crown Royal here to me as far as drinking is a tad too sweet, but it makes a great ingredient when you wanna cook, especially when you're baking items. And we're gonna add this to our chicken to see if it adds a little sweetness, a little maple flavor to our chicken breast and to the inside of our chicken, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Crown Royal Maple and we're gonna open this up and we're gonna pour some in a different container, okay? Okay, so now we're going to inject our chicken with the liquor. We're going to make sure we get all of our breast, moving our needle around, trying to pump up that chicken, especially those breasts, with as much Crown Royal Maple as they will take. Okay. Looks like we're gonna need a little bit more. And like I said, this Crown Royal Maple, it's not one of my favorite when it comes to drinking Crown Royal, although I do love Crown Royal. This one here is just a tad sweet, like I mentioned before, but my brother, who's a Crown Royal aficionado, has used this for baking and for all type of recipes, and so we're going to follow his lead today and just see how much flavor this adds to the chicken. All right, okay. So now that we've injected our chicken with the Crown Royal Maple, we're going to go ahead and want to put the rub on it. I'm going to lightly spray the chicken with a little Pam. I prefer a little butter flavored Pam. However, we don't have any today, so I'm going to just use some regular cooking spray. It's going to help the skin get crispy and brown, okay? And today we're using a rub that I got from Boomtown on the way back from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's called Kick Butt Rib Rub Chipotle Honey. So we're gonna try that today on the chicken, and we're gonna see exactly how that works out. So make sure you get it well, the wings, the back, all over. And make sure you also get some rub down in the cavity. All right. Now right now our fire is lit and we're waiting on the Weber kettle to get up to a temperature of 300 degrees before we put this on. Okay. So, all right, so now that our rub is on, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our chicken stand and get this chicken propped up in a vertical position for the smoker. Okay, we've unpackaged the stand and we're gonna go ahead and spray it with a little bit of Pam just to make sure that it doesn't stick to the inside of the chicken, okay? And I'm gonna put this right in the same pan. So now, okay, pour our Blue Moon into our container. And you only want to pour your liquid in these containers halfway. It's just like when you use the beer can, you only use half the beer in the can, okay? All right, so let that foam kind of settle down there. All right, put a little bit more. Okay, that's about half. Okay, now we're gonna seat this chicken on top of the stand. And we can see we can get this joker on top of this. There we go. So now it's seated very well. All right. So there we have it, sitting on top of our roaster. And now we're just waiting for our Weber to get up to a 300 degrees so we can put it on there. And we're gonna cook it today with a little pecan wood. And we're gonna put a little bit more dry rub on this in the areas that I wiped it off with my hand while I was putting it on top of the stand. So just stay tuned and we'll show you what this thing looks like after an hour of being on the Weber Kettle grill. Don't go nowhere. Not bad. That chicken looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a temperature and see where we're at temperature wise. So right now it's reading 126 degrees, 125 degrees in the breast. So we're looking for at least 165 degrees. So we probably got another 45 minutes or so. So put the lid back on and let it go for itself. Okay, and after about an hour and 45 minutes, you can look at the color of that bird. Nice golden brown. We're gonna go ahead and check the temperature now to make sure that the breast is somewhere near 165 degrees. And yep, the breast is about 165, 167 degrees. So this is a good time to go ahead and put that second twist onto the chicken. We're going to be glazing our chicken with a combination of brown sugar and Crown Royal maple. So we made a glaze out of the two. And we're going to go brush this on for the final minutes of this cooking. So for those of you who remember, this is kind of like doing that old Christmas ham where you took some brown sugar and some mustard and made that glaze and put it on right at the end of the cooking. This is kind of the same concept. We're going to glaze the entire bird with this mixture here, making sure that we mix it well with the Crown Royal maple and the sugar so that we have a nice smooth consistency. And then we're just going to glaze the entire bird for the last few minutes of cooking until we pull it off. And it should be well above a temperature of 167, 169 degrees. All right, YouTube, here we go. the chicken spent about an hour and 50 minutes or so onto the Weber's Kettle smoker, and it reached the temperature of 169, 170 degrees, and we let it rest for about 20 minutes. And this is the result. Look at that pretty color on that bird. So we're gonna cut into it now and see if we can taste some of that Crown Royal maple and see if it seasons the bird with this brown sugar. It should give it a pretty good taste. So cut into his breast first, because since that's where we injected most of the Crown Royal. All right. You can smell the smoke. It smells real good. Of course, the breast is the biggest test. Looks good. There we go. It's real juicy. The chicken is real juicy. I can smell the smoke. All right, so here's the taste test. All right, let's see what this tastes like. You know, I can even smell the alcohol, the maple in the chicken. So let's see what we got here. It was nice and moist. Oh, yeah. You can definitely taste the Crown Royal maple in the chicken. The brown sugar glaze and stuff came out pretty good. Now I think if I had to do anything a little bit different to the chicken, I might have put a salt content in with the Crown Royal maple to give the breast a little bit more of a salty flavor. But the balance was pretty good. You can taste the smoke. You can taste the Crown Royal maple. The chicken is juicy. Chicken is moist, and the skin is actually a little crispy. So, that's not bad. Well, look, that's all we got time for today. This has been Bad Beast Barbecue, and this has been a Crown Royal maple beer can smoked chicken. So try this if you tend to want to be adventurous, and remember, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if it's fire, then damn it, there's got to be a barbecue there. See you around the smoker.